Hey guys, so today I wanted to do another Shopify app review. Today we're going to be reviewing Section Feed. Basically what this app does is it adds an Instagram feed to the homepage of your Shopify store. I've been using this app on my live store for since it launched actually, and I've had no complaints with it so far, so let's just get right into this app review. Alright, so here we are on the homepage of my live site. And a little bit about this channel. Basically, I make Shopify app reviews, and I also primarily focus on making tutorials for people who don't know how to code at all, about how they can add easy copy to paste code to their Shopify sites to sort of customize them a little bit more and really get the most out of their Shopify sites. So if that appeals to you, I'd encourage you to subscribe. And the other thing is, right now, each week I pick a random subscriber and I'll do a sort of a consultation on their website if they want, just about what they can improve, what things that I would add, what things I'd remove. And so if that appeals to you as well, just keep in mind you have to be subscribed to be eligible for that. So a little bit of context about this site. So this site sells freshly roasted coffee, and it sort of has this like philosopher or philosophy bend. So all the coffees are named after philosophers, and we also donate 20% of our profits to philosophy or organizations promoting K through 12 and public philosophy across the country. Just a little bit of context. So once we get to the section feed, it'll be a little bit more clear. So if we scroll all the way down, you can see at the very bottom of my site, the last element, I have this: follow us on Instagram, a posteriori coffee. And you can see I have all my posts. They're just like philosophers with their quotes over them. This is what the section feed is, right? This is probably, if you clicked on this video, this is what you're interested in. And so this is about what it will look like on your site. I just wanted to give you guys a little demo on a live site, what this can look like. So let me get into the back end now. And actually, really quickly, right before I get into the back end, I just wanted to mention the reason that I include this on my live site is basically for the following reason. Whenever someone visits your site, you're trying to extract the most value out of that potential customer or whatever, right? So if they land on your site, right, and then they're going down, they might want to buy a product, right? That's great. If you can get them to buy a product, right, that's obviously probably the best case scenario. Then probably second best case scenario would be to get them to sign up for your email list. And then all the way third best case scenario would be to get them to follow you on Instagram. And so section feed makes this really easy. You can have this, let's say one of your posts appeals to them, they click on it, it takes them straight to that post on your Instagram, and you can see that they can just click on your Instagram and follow you. Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all these things, they're not, having followers on them is not as great as having email subscribers or something, but it still helps. And also, the more followers you have on these platforms, the more organic reach that you're going to get. So yeah, so let's just jump into the back end now. So here we are in the Shopify back end. You can see this here, section feed. This is what we're interested in. So if we go ahead and click on this, you can see that basically it's very easy to set up section feed, right? All you do, you're going to connect your Instagram account here. I've connected mine already. You can change it after you've connected it if you connected the wrong one. The other thing is you want to select your theme from this drop down. Yours will probably only have one theme here, depending on how many themes that you're playing around with. I played around with a few themes when I was first starting my store, so I have more here. You want to select the theme that you are currently using. It'll probably be the top one. All right, so then if we go into the actual like customization back end of it, so we can go here, we hit customize, and it'll pull up our home page in the Shopify editor, right? And so to add a section feed, it's really easy. You just go ahead and click this add section, and you're going to scroll down to this section feed, click Instagram feed, and then hit select. Once, I'm not going to do that because I already have one. So if you want to edit the settings for this, it has a few settings that you can edit. You can edit the heading, so I can go ahead and follow us on Instagram. I could say like 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever. That will edit. You can see it's editing over here. We don't want to save that though. The subheading, this I just have linking to my Instagram account. So if they just want to go straight to my Instagram account, they can click this and it'll just open directly my Instagram. But you could put whatever here. Then I got rid of the button. There's also an optional button here. So if we enter like Instagram account or something, and then we paste a link to, we could go to, I don't know, like whatever, right? But you can also paste an actual link here, right? So I just got rid of the button. I don't use the button. I think that having this right here under follow us on Instagram is more useful. Now we have basically the different layouts. So you can make it a grid, which basically just makes all the images the same size. You can make it a collage, which makes, you know, all the images similar sizes, but then there's a few that are bigger or whatever. I personally like the collage. The other thing you can do is you can do a sliding carousel. And so you can have basically, and you can control the size of the images as well in all of these. So you could make them large, whatever, they slide across the screen. I think this is, you know, it really depends on your site. To me, I think sliding carousel would be a little bit obnoxious, especially with this, this also slides. So I think it would just be a little bit of like sensory overload. So I have it on grid. And let's get it back to how it was. No, I have it on collage and small. And then I also have it showing full width. You can make it boxed if you'd like. I like it full width. You can add space between the images, or you can make them all together. This could look really nice if you want just like a grid that with no gaps or whatever. There's just a lot of different customization options for this. You can add the number of rows, or you can change the number of rows. This doesn't affect collage right now. It'll affect grid though. So if I go back to grid, you can see now it has 3 rows instead of 2 rows. Yeah, so let me make sure that I'm not overwriting the settings on my live Shopify site really quickly. So now we get to the overlay. I don't even think so yeah, so I do have basically this overlay. Whenever I hover, you can see the date that the images were posted, and I also have these colors set for the heading, subheading, and you can also change the overlay color and the overlay opacity. So if I wanted this to be like 20%, you can see it's just a little bit less opaque, right? It just is a little bit more transparent. But let's set that back to 80%. Now, all right, so I guess I just won't save when I leave because I really don't want to mess up anything here. So, yeah, so that's basically the app. And I find, so even though this is not, this app doesn't have the most reviews out of any of these Instagram feed apps, I've found that, you know, in the months that I've been running my store, like I set up this app when I launched, haven't touched it since, and you know, it works. It hasn't broken anything. And the other thing that I really like about this app is I did some speed tests, some page speed tests whenever I first set it up, and just to test to see the performance hit on your store. Because anytime you're downloading an app, guys, you want to make sure that it's not going to really impact the performance of your store, because that'll mess with your bounce rates and stuff like that. But the whole point is that this app, when I did the page speed testing, basically it had 0 impact on performance. And so, I could potentially code something like this for my site, but why code something when someone else has already coded it probably better than you could? So it's really been great. I highly recommend it. And yeah, so that's basically the video. Remember, guys, so if this video helped you or you like the video, then like the video. If you have any trouble setting up this app, you can let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to help you as best I can. And if you guys want to subscribe, remember each week I pick one of my subscribers at random, and if they want, I'll give them a free consultation on their Shopify site. So if that appeals to you, just go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys.